Family, I'm going to read here from a document called Paper Arrows. If you want to download this, head over to SPC University. Shout out to Yusef for making this available for anybody to download and read. I'm here on page 15. It said excerpts from Howard Griswold. Many of the things that we have been taught in the past by teachers, preachers, parents, and people bringing us the news, just to name a few, have been found to be wrong. The people teaching us may not have intended to teach us wrong. It was that they did not know that the information was wrong. It was not due to intentional spreading of wrong information, although there is a lot of that also. It is just that nobody is aware of the truth. I have found that a lot of the things that we have been taught over the last 20 years have been wrong. So we will not place blame on anyone, but try to learn more and go forward with what we can confirm. A lot of our mistakes were due to misconceptions carried around all our lives. One misconception was that we were all citizens of the United States, and anybody who told me different would have a fight on his hands. But it turns out that I never worked for the United States in my life. I have only visited there about 5 times in my whole life. I know that now. But when I was a kid, I would have sworn I lived in the United States. All the way up until a few years ago, I still would have sworn I lived in the United States. But I have found out a lot of things in the last few years due to the research of many patriotic independent researchers, and one of them specifically discovered a court case to help confirm my thinking. That case is New York, I guess it's versus Miriam, Circuit Court, I believe that's Circuit Court 1073. This court case verified in one sentence all the things I thought I was finding out about that were reversing the beliefs that I had previously held. The statement out of the case is, quote, the United States government is a foreign corporation with respect to a state, end quote. Another case that helps explain the confusion is Enright versus US. That case explains that the federal government is a state bound by all of the provisions of the interstate agreement on detainers. First of all, whoever thought that the government was a corporation, I thought it was a government formulated by a God-given constitution. I doubt if God had anything to do with that, but that is what I previously believed. A corporation is a group of people who get together for the purpose of making profit. Government is a cover-up for the means by which the group will make the profit. Governments and religion are a lot alike in their business endeavors. Religions are created to cover up man's inability to have knowledge and his insecurities. The word religion means to do things simultaneously, consecutively, and consistently. It means to do the same thing every day the same way, to be consistent. Governments were created by religions. All law goes back to something called ecclesiastical laws. Religions created the laws, but God did not create religions. I cannot find the word mentioned in the Bible. There is nothing in there about religions. There is something in there about governments. But that was not found in the original Hebrew text. The newer books mentioned governments, but the older ones did not. These newer books combined the government with religion. Then we found this governmental structure known as the separation of church and state, which actually means the togetherness of church and state. The church cannot exist without the license from the state. Again, we can see how backwards everything seems to be when studied in some detail. There you have it.